Hey, welcome back to another video. So the DJI Osmo Pocket 4 is out, and today we're going to head around and I'm going to show you guys some of the functions that we can do with the Pocket 4. Now, if you have not seen last week's video where I talk about the Pocket 4 compared to the Pocket 3 and there's an unboxing as well, go and check out that video. But if you're ready to check out what we can do, this is going to be a tutorial on how I create my favorite effects using the DJI Osmo Pocket 4. So let's go. Okay, so the first function I'm going to show you guys is the time-lapse mode, and you can see it's super easy. There's a function right there. We're going to click on that. We're going to swipe upwards to get the menu screen out, and you can see there's a setting for clouds over there. We're going to select that because we're going to be shooting clouds, and we're going to hit record. So now here at Jurong Lake Gardens, it's about 57 million degrees Celsius. It's a pretty hot day. So we're going to go around and we're going to get some more footage with the DJI Osmo Pocket 4. One of my favorite features of the Osmo Pocket 4 is the spin camera. As you can see here, we've come to this spiral staircase inside the Jurong Lake Gardens, and what we're going to do is that we're going to take the Osmo Pocket 4 and we're going to spin the camera and go up and down while we're at it, and it's going to give a very interesting spiral effect. So let's check it out. Now the spin shot works best when you are in a tunnel or in a spiral or anything with a vanishing point in the distance. It's really easy to use this function on the Pocket 4. Just make sure that you are in video mode first, and then you're going to want to hit the middle button on the left side and then the button on the left bottom corner. I like to use 180 because that gives me a bit more spin. Now after you hit record to start the video, you're going to want to press the spin shot button and the camera gimbal will start turning. You can press the spin shot button again and it will start turning back the other direction. Now personally, I wish that DJI gave us the ability to control the spin, like how fast or how slow the spin is, or maybe even spin more than 180 degrees, but currently we do not have the ability to adjust the spin. When using spin shot, I like to introduce some movement to the shot as well, so I would like to move the camera upwards or downwards or forwards or backwards while it's doing the spin. It adds a little bit more interesting effect to the rotation. One of the standout features of the Osmo Pocket 4 is dynamic framing. Now, instead of just framing your shot from the middle of the frame, you can actually choose one of these points on where you want the frame to be. So this allows me to leave some space towards the side of the frame, and when the camera is in active track mode, I can actually show something that's going on behind me. A great way to showcase landmarks or iconic locations in a video is to make use of the Pocket 4's Hyperlapse mode. Essentially, a hyperlapse is a moving time lapse. Instead of recording from a fixed position, the camera moves while you're recording. The result feels more cinematic and gives you a strong sense of motion. So the Pocket 4 has a few settings for hyperlapse mode. In auto mode, the camera decides how fast to speed up the video. In ×2, you have more natural looking sequences, and at the other end, ×15, ×30 is for longer travel and more motion sequences. Once that is set, double tap on your screen to select a subject that you want the camera to active track while you are in motion. Once that is done, hit record and walk steadily towards the subject. Something very similar to the Hyperlapse is Motionlapse. Basically what it is a time lapse where the Pocket 4 will turn its gimbal from left to right or right to left depending on how you have set it up. For this instance, I've decided to use custom motion. Now, custom motion allows me to set the start point and the end point of how the gimbal is going to rotate. I can of course choose the recording interval and duration and hit record to let it do its magic. Hey guys, as you can see, it's getting pretty late already. The sun is setting, but there is still quite a number of functions that I want to show you guys that the DJI Osmo Pocket 4 can do for us. So we're going to go around and we're going to shoot a little bit some more, so stay tuned. It is a brand new day, and for this part of the video, we're going to be talking about slow motion and slow shutter video. Hey everyone, we're going to continue exploring the functions, my favorite functions of the DJI Pocket 4. Now the Pocket 4 offers 4K video at 240 frames per second. Now if that numbers mean nothing to you, just check out how dramatic these slow motion scenes are. Using slow motion on the Pocket 4 is extremely easy. Just go to slow motion mode and you can swipe up and you can see you have some options for resolution as well as frames per second. Do note that slow motion is only for horizontal video, and if you're shooting in low light, I'll recommend choosing a lower FPS. So another feature that I'd like to talk about today is the slow shutter video. Now Osmo Pocket 4 allows you to set your shutter speed manually. So what this means is that you can set a shutter speed of maybe like 1/5 or 1/6. Slap on the ND filter if you need to get those results. And what you do is that when you record a video with those settings and you move around, you can create this effect where there is like very dramatic background moving around you. Just like everything else, the Pocket 4 makes this extremely easy. You're going to want to make sure that you're in video mode and swipe from right to left. Tap on exposure and then tap N for manual mode. You'll see here that you have settings that you can change. You can set the shutter speed lower or faster, and you can also adjust the ISO. Now you may need a neutral density filter in order to go to those low shutter speeds, but that's something that you can easily get from any third-party retailer or even DJI themselves. Make sure active track is on, and while it's tracking your face, you can spin the camera around. As you can see here, the background is thrown blur for a very interesting effect. You just need to make sure also that the gimbal rotation speed is set to fast. This effect works very well in places where there are a lot of highlights, a lot of bright lights in the background. Alternatively, you can just set the camera on a tripod or a monopod, stand in the crowded area and let the people going past you become streaks of motion. So guys, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about the Pocket 4, feel free to reach out and I'll try to answer them to the best of my abilities. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.